Hey everybody. Today we're doing something a little different with the regards to the audio of this video. I had to go back and re-record the narration because the wind noise was so bad the day that I shot this originally. It became really distracting and I think took away from the video. Now I know my narrations usually don't add too much to the video, but the wind was just so distracting that I know you wouldn't have enjoyed it. So I went through and re-recorded and added some background music just to help balance it out because without the ambient noise and my boot crunching that I know so many of you love to hear, it just sounded weird. So by nature, I'm a soft-spoken guy. This has been an interesting experience trying to get this to sound sort of professional and right. But I hope you enjoy it and give me some credit and leeway, and hopefully we won't have to do this again. So without further ado, here we go. So the first truck that we come across in our tour here is this International KB set up with a wing plow. Now, you know that I like old trucks, you know I like snow plows. You push these two together and you got like the perfect combination. The fact that this truck still exists in any form is just great because there weren't a lot of wing plow trucks back in the day, and they did not survive just simply because, a snowplow takes a beating. It's a truck that really works every day in and out, and when they're done, they're usually used up. But this one's still here with us, and when I came around the corner originally to take a look inside, I never expected that the blade or the wing controls would simply be these three knobs that look like anything you'd find on a hot water tank in your basement almost. I don't know how responsive they are compared to a modern hydraulic system with a lever or something along those lines, but I can imagine they weren't that quick. I don't really know. The good news is that with these old trucks, they didn't go that fast anyway, so you had some time to get things done here. Alright, so as we move through this video, we're going to be looking at a lot of internationals, a lot of KBs, a lot of Lodestars, a lot of L, R, and S series trucks. And as a matter of fact, that's what we're looking at right here, a pair of S series trucks. Now the S series was the successor to the R series, and the R series was the successor to the L series. Now these trucks were the first post-World War II blank slate design by International. They sported the ComfoVision cab, which was also a brand new cab designed by International. The story goes that Diamond T was the original designer of the cab, but farmed out the production or gave the licensing to International to use on their trucks, which in turn worked their way back into the Diamond T lineup. As you can see, there's the back of a ComfoVision cab right there next to a pole crane. But anyways, those cabs were used by International from 50 all the way through the M series and heavy-duty spec industrial trucks that were phased out in the late 70s before the Paystar. So in addition to their own use and the use that they used with Diamond T and Rio and I believe Hendrickson, those trucks really, or that cab really, they really got their money's worth out of that design. So we can see there's a pair of Dodge Power Giants there next to a pair of old Ford trucks. Moving on down the row, we're going to take a look at this KB. And while it doesn't look like much, I thought it was interesting because it is sporting the logo of a construction company from Connecticut that still exists to this very day and is still very large and prosperous and well going. And I'm not going to try to spell out that name there for you because I'll butcher it, but I just thought it was interesting that a company that's still around today has an old KB truck all the way up in Canada, and well, they're based out of Connecticut. Moving next door to the KB is this D Series International. Now, if that grill looks familiar, your eyes and your mind are not playing tricks on you. That is the style that the International designers took cues from when they made the Lone Star truck. That grill is sort of an homage to that. Next to it, got another International truck, another Ford, or actually that's a Mercury. Old GMC cab over fire truck. We got a white corporate cab sitting on some type of modern truck chassis there. I don't believe that's original to the truck or the bucket setup. Got another S series. Got an R next to it. You can see the changes in design for the front clip, but the cabs stayed the same. Next to the Internationals was a auto car roll-off with a cab that had a lot more daylight coming in through the roof and probably through the windshield. But either way, it was a pretty cool looking truck with steel construction fenders, or pit fenders as I call them. Not sure I picked that up over the years, but it works. So this is the look at part one. Hopefully it wasn't too bad, and thanks for watching. And we'll see how part two turns out. Thanks a lot.